Hello and welcome to the Sagittarius New Moon Community Ceremony. Um, I just want to say a word of thanks. Even if you're not in the US, we just celebrated Thanksgiving, and I am so grateful to everyone in our community who pays attention to the new and full moons and applies that wisdom to their life and brings more information from their own inner realm into this very vital time. My name is Judy Keating. I get to be the co-creative managing partner with Bonnie Salomon of Wise Transformation. We are two women who are intent on bringing elemental wisdom and feminine magic back into everyday life. Today, we're going to talk about one upcoming event that I'm very excited about. We're going to call in sacred space. We're going to talk about the timing. We're going to get ceremonial guidance from Lisa Michaels, Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle, and we'll be together about 45 minutes. Because I am pre-recording this, I'm going to say this once at the beginning. If at any time you need more time, you get to stop the recording. So I'll try to pace it well and give you enough time with each of the questions we get there. But if you need more time, just stop it. Take the time that you need. I do want to mention again, Life Purpose Mastery. This class is a deep dive into the 8 creation team players that you have that can offer alchemical assistance to your life if you tune in deeply to how they can assist you and how they can support each other so that you have the full onboarding of the inner realm that can help you to manifest the outer realm. We have priced this at something I consider to be very affordable. Life Purpose Mastery is only $222. It's 12, actually it's 13. There's a bonus module. There's 12 full modules of class time plus an exceptional bonus with Annette Peterson that helps to pull even more information together. And it's going to only take 6 weeks. We're going to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays beginning January 7th, 2025. So from January 7th for the next 6 weeks on Tuesday and Thursday, we meet for an hour and 15 minutes. It's all recorded. So if you miss a class or you want to go back, you've got access to the recordings. And if for some reason you can't be there, you still get the bonus of the class in that you get one-on-one about 90 minutes of a chart interpretation conversation with your own creation team. So that's a one-on-one event that you get as part of this class. And you will also be a part of a class that's growing. I think we have about 8 people now. That will contribute to the wisdom of how these elements, how the elemental forces and the archetypes play together to create some real magic for you. So I hope you'll consider it. Go to wisetransformation.com for full details. This is just a reminder, if you weren't aware, we are in Mercury retrograde. If you're not familiar with that term, Mercury is the planet of communication and mental clarity. And it is the holiday time, which has its own unique mental challenges with our energy going in many different places at once. So Mercury retrograde is in Sagittarius right now. And that means that we have a sun, a moon, and Mercury in retrograde, all in Sagittarius. But when Mercury is in retrograde, the word retrograde starts with RE. It's just amazing how words with RE are the perfect thing to do at this time until December 16th or so. So we're going to have the new moon today in Sagittarius, and even when we do the Gemini full moon in a couple of weeks, it'll still be in retrograde. So we consider this a time to rest and reflect and research. And if you've got things that are partially on the way, you don't want to do anything brand new. You want to look very carefully before you sign a contract. And if you absolutely must, It's usually good not to, but if you can't help it, you might want to have 2 or 3 double checks before you sign it. And it's a time to renew commitment to tying up loose ends. I know that with the holidays, that has its own, but I cannot stress rest, rest, rest during this time, if you can, as much as you can. And allow your mind to wander. This is a time for you to just be open and allow new ideas to percolate on the inner without attaching to anything in particular, just allowing that deep breath of fresh air to come through and, to give yourself some ponder time. Wonder, wander, ponder, rest. My advice. So when the new moon and the sun happen, they're always in the same astrological archetype, and it's usually considered a start of a growing phase. But because we have the impetus of both the holiday time, the winding down of the year, and Mercury retrograde, don't beat yourself up if you don't have a lot of energy. And I wrote an easing when I announced I was going to do this, and I said, just do little things, accomplish small things to get that burst of a win, but don't try to not overschedule yourself. Even more important right now. So all this Sagittarius, what does it mean? Sagittarius is a fire sign. It teaches us about expansion. So, at the holiday time, you might feel like your energy is going to a lot of different places, and that is an expanding event, but it is also an exhausting event. And because Sagittarius is all about questing and seeking truth and meaning, it can be physically and energetically exhausting. So you just have to keep that in mind in this little window here and allow yourself a lot of grace, a lot of compassion, a lot of unscheduled time so that you can recover. That's another RE word. You can recover from all this expanded energy where you are assigning truth and meaning to the holiday time, to the end of the year, to planning, all of that. So uh, there's going to be some repetition today. Just want to make sure you know that. And Sagittarius it teaches the significance of expansion. And it's dynamic and outgoing and truth seeking and an explorer. And they're constantly questing for expansion by physically and energetically seeking new ideas and territories. They can be the traveler, meaning the world traveler outside, or they can be the traveler on the inner realm. They are all about evolving states of consciousness. And boy, do we need that right now, in my opinion. So as you are in this phase for yourself, see where your consciousness is evolving and give yourself credit for that. Notice what is coming up for you in the area of consciousness and expansion. And see what you want in terms of freedom, growth, and development. See what you're noticing about those themes. Growth and development in particular, freedom too, because it's all about aligning your truth, whatever that is. And just a reminder from my beautiful partner, Bonnie Solomon, it's a land of multiple truths. There are many things that can be true all at the same time. And it doesn't mean you have to be conflicted. It just means you have to accept that you might be more complex than you give yourself credit for. So even though this is a time of trying to get some rest, this is a contemplation for Sagittarius. With all of this Sagittarius, I'm like, What fire needs to be lit to expand growth? Now, I want to be clear. This fire that you're lighting now can burn brightly throughout the next 3, 6 months. It doesn't have to be an immediate thing that you do, but you're preparing yourself for where you want to expand and grow. So if you think about the question, what fire needs to be lit to expand your own growth as our first inquiry today, I'll put on some music. Consider that and see if that fits into the theme of whatever you want to work on, because that's the other thing. When we're setting our intentions for the new moon, you need to look at your life and say, okay, what's in front of me to get done, to work on in the inner realm, to create better relationships, whatever you feel you want to focus on right now. How can a bright flame of growth be a part of that as a general theme? Okay, I'm going to come to a close with this. If you need more time, you know what to do. So, with tremendous gratitude to Lisa Michaels, who has fostered this community in so many ways for so long, we always use this particular card deck. And just a reminder, if you don't have a deck or want to get a deck, you can get it on your phone. You can get it in physical form if you go to lisa-michaels.com. So we always start with Earth, and Earth is the physical realm. And these are the 19 doorways in this deck in particular. There are many other decks, I'm sure, that mention earth wisdom, but if you want to get support from the earth in this particular deck, take a few minutes and look over these cards and see which ones really feel like they would be helpful. And I'm not going to put music on while you do this. I'm just going to give you a few minutes. Take a note of which ones are calling for you. My apologies, water went down the wrong way. Hopefully you have gotten your card or cards. I've got mine. So if you need to pause, you know what to do. And I come up with a question related to each of the elemental realms. And my question is just a possibility for you to ponder. It's not mandated. You could ask Earth what it wants you to know. You could tap into your own wisdom of Earth and come up with a question for yourself. But in this time, in reflecting everything I've already shared, what is the number one body care need right now for you as a potential question? I'm not even going to offer an explanation. I think you know. What is your body telling you it needs right now? Okay. So hopefully you've got some great information from Earth, whether it's in relation to the question or not, as part of what you're going to focus on for your intentions. And now we're going to move on to the emotional realm, water. The emotional realm is about a lot more than just emotions. It's about our unconscious realm. It's about what empowers us to have fluidity in all realms. And so take a look at the cards for water and see how the deck can support you right now. Okay, hopefully you've got your card or cards ready. So as we look at the emotional realm and we think about the enormity of all that we can feel and all that is influencing us in the underworld of consciousness. My question right now that felt appropriate in the water realm is, what would love do now? So you can apply this to yourself, you can apply it to your family, you can apply it to the world in terms of how can this influence positively your intentions for the Sagittarius new moon. Just play some music while you ponder this question or whatever information that you want to gain from water, the emotional realm. With such gratitude to water, just allow for that to settle a minute, and we'll turn our attention from water to air. And you can just feel the gratitude from each of the elements as we check in with them and let them dance with us. And now we move to the mental realm, the visionary realm, the dreamer realm, the realm where we can perceive and allow and invite new vision, new possibility. Everything starts in the mental realm. So look at these cards and see which ones are supportive today. Don't forget to breathe as you're looking at the cards. Excuse me. Okay. So in the mental realm, Sagittarius is all about expansion. So my question is, what is seeking expansion in my or your mental vision of life? What wants to have more room to expand? And if that isn't serving you, then tap into the air realm, allow air to move through you in a way that you get the message you want to get or need or are seeking right now. So just take your time. Here we go. Allow air to talk to you. If you need more time, hit the pause button. But we're going to turn to fire now. Fire's all about expansion in a way, but also about growth and about transformation and movement and action. So in the fire realm, what assistance do you need right now? Or what would be most supportive from fire? Okay, hopefully you've got your fire card. And when you think about the action transformation realm for yourself, you can tap into fire and you can use this question or not. What outdated truths do I need to illuminate so I can make space for the new? If, if that aligns with what you're intending, great. If not, great. Just allow fire to inform your intentions in whatever way works for you. If you feel like you can bow to fire, it's such a powerful realm and it's very much alive in this Sagittarius time. So if you need more time with fire, please take it. Just hit the pause button. Take as much time as you need. I'm going to move the recording along to look at the spirit cards. And spirit is really what the divine means to you in terms of how you connect with the unseen realm and how you align with the greaterness, as my friend Bonnie would say, of existence. So take a look at the spirit cards. Okay, so this is our last inquiry. In the spirit realm, you can just ask spirit for a message. You can negotiate with your intentions and say, Spirit, what do I need? You can ask yourself, what are you questing for with spirit, if that question feels juicy to you? But take a few minutes and allow spirit to infuse your intentions with their support. So if you need more time, you know what to do. But we turn always at the end for some sort of whole unified field of creation message. And one way that you can do that is to take each of your 5 cards and weave them together in a sentence and use that to sit with while you create your intentions. So you just want to take a few minutes to do that and notice what you notice and play with it a little, rearrange the words. To give you an example, my inner child will soar if I am aligned to divine will and allow whole body integration. Those are the cards that I chose today. But it doesn't have to be like mine. It can be different. Just allow yourself to come. Let all the pieces you got come together in some way that is meaningful for you. That's the most important part. That you have a big picture takeaway. So again, pause here if you need completion time. But I just invite you to open and expand what's true for you and really enjoy the inspired fire of Sagittarius at this time. And I look forward to being with you again for the Gemini full moon. Whoops, I didn't get the Gemini picture there. I'm sorry. This is called a Mercury retrograde mistake. But I also made 2 boo-boos. December 13th is the Friday, and I was looking for the Friday. So I do want it to be December 13th that we're going to get together. And the reason I want that is because the full moon is the 15th, which is a Sunday. So I wanted to do the call the closest to the full moon during the week as I could. And so that's going to be Friday, December 13th. And even though the picture says Cancer here, it is Gemini. And this is a very, very powerful duo, Sagittarius and Gemini. So I'm going to do something different If you've listened to recordings recently, you understand I'm trying to bring some new energy and information to our community. So on the full moon calls, I'm going to be doing some coaching. Sometimes I'm going to be doing some healing sessions, compassion key, other techniques like that. And so I'm going to make it an hour session of CCT healing in different ways. I'm going to figure that out in this time, and we'll still be in Mercury retrograde. So if you have anything that you would like healing on, send me an email at judy@wisetransformation.com and I will build it into what we create next. But such gratitude for you and for all the work that you're doing, not only for yourself, but your family, your community, our world, and just being part of our community. So be well, enjoy the Sagittarius fire, and I'll see you next time.